Hi guys, I'm Gale and I'm hanging out with Rob, Front Row Live.
I have to say, like, I feel like this is probably a first time I've heard an anthem like this. No one's actually done it yet, and I'm actually quite surprised. Talk to me a little bit about pick and like just like coming into this writing session. Like, was this just one of those like natural writing processes, or is this something that you were writing something and then all of a sudden this song just basically wrote itself?
Oh my God, you just said it. It basically definitely wrote itself. It was something I have definitely been through. So I had it right here. Like I needed to talk about this. I needed a song to say this thing that I really wanted to say that I've been through, that I know that my friends also been through. And it's a powerful song. It's a pop song. There's grunge in there. I rap also a little bit in the second verse, always the Puerto Rican flow. There's always that flow in my songs, but it's a song about more than empowerment. It's about consentment, like about like, if I don't ask for the picture, do not send it. That's basically what it means. Like it's okay. It's just that it's not okay when people don't ask for it and all of a sudden, ding, you get that photo. And you said it was called Pick, and that was the original name of the song, but now we changed it to D-Pick because of the media, because of the team and everything. Even though originally it was written DICPIC, but we would always have that like trouble pronouncing it. And since so yeah, it's a song about consentment, and about it's very powerful too. Like I think the message comes across like really what it is. It is what it is, and that song is that. But I love it and I can't wait.
Yeah, it's super catchy. But yeah, like I feel like more so now, this issue has become an even bigger issue. I hear it from all of my female friends that it's like, oh my gosh, this just happened again. And I don't know, people are just being even more disgusting, I guess. Like, especially now on social media, it's just happening way too much.
Yeah, I feel like it's an immediate turn off.
Mm.
Like this happened to me, like my personal experience obviously was like I was hanging out with this person that I really liked, and it was like, oh, this is a good vibe, this is a good energy. Like there's something in here, there's chemistry, there's so much fun, like the deep conversations and everything. And all of a sudden I get home and me wanting to like meet again with this person, and the first message I receive is that. So it's like a complete turn off. Or being like with my family in Arecibo, where I'm from, in El Campo, like in the country, like with my grandma having lunch, and all of a sudden, randomly a photo, like just like ding, and that's again a turn off. But I don't know, like what happens in this human's brain that I don't know, that they think, I don't know if it's power. I have no idea. I can only speak from my experience. And I'm not the only one, obviously. I was just talking to one of the girls here, and she's like, listen, in New York, like it happens like in the subway. Someone, if you have your airdrop on, like boom, like you just get these things. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Because I was not expecting to hear that, like not knowing but no, apparently, yeah, it also happens like that. So in the studio, when I arrived, I wrote this song with Dallas Gay, who's the executive producer of the album with me. She lives in San Diego. She's from Costa Rica. So I got to the session. I was like, listen, I need to write a song about this. I've been through this and I can't stand it. And I don't want to be explicit. But I do want to be explicit about it, but I don't want to be explicit to be like a uncomfortable song or anything like to hear. So I want to make it like pop, but we're gonna figure it out. And then that's why I came up with the thing of making it like not saying the actual word, but making it like a ding, like a sound of like receiving a message, receiving a photo, getting a photo from someone. And that's how it started. And once we had that idea, we wrote the song in 20 minutes. That's a fun fact of D-Pick, of this single, that we wrote the song in 20 minutes. It was basically like a freestyle for me. The Dallas got the guitar, dun, 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 and I started, no sé por qué piensas que me gustan. And he's like, are you recording? And I'm like, yes. Los mensajes de la mañana. And it was very natural, and I really, really like the song and the message behind it, obviously.
the vibe, the groove to it, like the energy that you give us with this song. It's it's catchy, and I really love that about it. And I don't know, you give us this grungy kind of vibe, as you kind of mentioned earlier. Was this vibe something that wanted to come out of you for some time in your music, and this was maybe the right song and the right kind of feel for it?
Definitely it has always been part of my life. Like I was Avril Lavigne as a kid. Like me with 9, 10 years old, I was her. Skateboarding and everything. I had to like, my mom just like gave my skateboard away because I almost died like in the street of my house, uh, because I fell. But yes, I feel like this is something that I've really wanted to be present in terms of like the sound of my music. I care a lot, and I love the pop. I love that. That's like the main thing for me. But and I also respect and know that every artist is in constant evolution. I mean, every person is in constant evolution. But like as an artist, like I feel like this is what I want to be right now. Like this is what I've always wanted to do, and I have the opportunity to do it. So this song definitely, like, it has that. It has the pop, it has the grunge, it has the guitars, but it also has like a cool drop at the end, and it has that Puerto Rican vibe flow in the second verse where I'm like rapping. It has it all. But it's also a 2 minute 30-second song, I think. Like it's just that 2:30 or 2:40. And it's like a slap in the face to say it like that. It's just a punch. It's like power and important message too.
Very important message. I feel like
Yeah.
it should definitely it should be carried as an anthem. It sounds like one, but I feel like everyone else should definitely do that when it drops on the 21st. Um, what would you say like was a challenge for you during this process? I know you said you wrote it in 20 minutes, but like did you find a challenge in kind of like picking and choosing the right lyrics to say, or maybe even the right pockets to kind of execute these lyrics with?
I like this question because I am an overthinker, but sometimes and somehow, when I'm making music for myself, when I'm writing and I'm the artist in the room, it comes and it flows very naturally. And I really try not to overthink the ideas. I love to capture more like the feeling of the song. Like that's the most important thing to me. Forget if it sounds like politically correct or really nice or fun or cute. No. Like, what is the feeling of the song? What do I want to say? And then I say it and blah, like that's it. And then I go back to it and I'm like, okay, so if I have to fix something, like would I actually say this word or not? And it usually I always usually stay really like true to that first moment where the first idea and the main idea was born. But if not, I'll just do like and make a couple of tweaks here and there. And I think that's fine as long as the essence of the song stays in touch. Like that's how I am and how I work in terms of like with my music.
Now I'm curious, is Spanish your native tongue when it comes to songwriting, or do you usually start them in English and then kind of transcribe it to Spanish, or try and figure out that balance?
Hmm. Definitely a balance. But yes, if I am writing for my project, since it's like a Spanish project right now, I definitely want to do a crossover eventually. I love English and I love English music and pop music. Like that's everything that I hear. Um, but yeah, I do think in Spanish first when I am like coming up with like the ideas, and I usually do like a freestyle, like, and that's how I like put up together the melodies. And usually those melodies comes with lyrics and words, and they're in Spanish. If I know I'm writing in English or I want to write something in English, I'll do the same thing, but my brain kind of just like, just switch it to English, and then I just start writing a song, just come up with melodies, and those melodies come with English words.
Let's go back to being or channeling kind of Avril Lavigne, the Puerto Rican Avril Lavigne, on this music video, because I mean, you did that. You were that punk rock chick on this entire video.
Oh
And
my God, I love
it was
this so much.
amazing.
It's
It
so
was
fun. Yes, I spoke like I have like a really close I work this like creative direction side of the project directly with Theo Graf, who's like the director in this music video, and the other ones
Mm.
that are coming, and the past like two singles, Inmadura and Problemas as well. I love working my project with him because he understands me. He gets me. We get each other creatively. And this was something that from the beginning, like I told him, like I always like the flow is like that I create like a board, like a creative inspiration board, and I send him like four main ideas. I call them like four like main random ideas. And I'm like, I don't even know if this is possible, but this is what I think. Like this, and that. And then he'll be like, okay, as the director, he's like, perfect. So maybe this, maybe we can incorporate this, and maybe we'll do this. And if you want to like say that message, maybe it can be like a therapy session. And I'm like, yes, because I need like people to get it. And that's basically what we did in this music video. It's a simple yet so powerful and cool to watch. Like it's just fun. And definitely the grunge, definitely edgy, definitely Puerto Rican Avril Lavigne. Let's go. Uh, it's so much fun. Like I loved it, and it's so strong, and I'm having so much fun and I'm dancing. It's just vibey, but I love it.
How would you say that doing this kind of grunge type of vibe with the song like impacted the way that your vocals or the types of vocal ranges that you were going to showcase on the song?
Ooh, I love this question. um I think it had to be, and this is something I worked with Dallas, who's the producer, obviously, where I was trying to figure out how would I sing this, especially the chorus, which is
Mhm.
like it starts low, like no quiero una foto de tu. And then I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can reach like the high part. He's like, yeah, you can, and yeah, you will, because I'm already like over again, like in my head, like should I just sing it like cute, like no quiero, and he's like, nope, you're gonna belt and it's gonna sound good. And I'm like, okay. And that's how we did it. And it was not hard. But sometimes like I feel like every artist, and I don't know, everyone has their own like little insecurities that sometimes are like tiny things that you can do. You can like over like you can't handle it. And it's like, nope, little things that your brain is like, ooh, but are you sure? And it's like, yeah, yes, you're sure. Yes, and you will do it. So the sound of the voice in this song, and honestly, is the easiest one for me to perform live. Like it's my range, like my belting range, my comfortable belting range is this song. It's powerful and it's just strong.
Now, as far as songwriting goes, because you are an incredible songwriter and you've written for so many major artists, so doing that transition from songwriting for other people and then jumping into your own music project, um, first of all, how do you feel like that helped you become a better songwriter? And second of all, how did that help you kind of figure out your own lane in music?
Hmm. Um, so it's weird because to me it has never it is a transition, but it has never felt like that because I've always known, and I've always known that I want to be an artist, and I've always known that I will have something to express and create as my own. So that's has always been the goal since I'm like 5. It's like, okay, I'm gonna be an artist because that's what I'm meant to be and meant to do in this world. And I don't know how I will do it, but I will do it. And then I wrote my first song when I was 7. So basically that's has always been like the part of me and the goal, right? And then when I moved to Miami after Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico, when I moved to Miami, I was like, okay, so what are my options? I'm gonna write with other artists. I'm gonna build this career. I'm gonna build my reputation as a writer. I'm gonna build these relationships. I'm gonna get myself a publishing deal while I'm working and creating also myself as an artist and build my project. And then eventually I will like get a record deal and do it. And that's exactly not exactly, but that's what I did. Like I just worked my ass off for a couple of years trying to get a publishing deal. I got the publishing deal, but I wrote all these songs and I met all these wonderful, inspiring artists. And then I'm like, okay, now I can finally like do and create my project. And that's when Afo, the president of Sony, told me like, I thought you were just a writer, but I've heard that you've had your songs. Can I hear them? And I'm like, of course you can hear them. Like, yes, I've been working on my music And he's like, can I hear them before you take them to anywhere else? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, can you tomorrow? And I'm like, yes. And that's when I showed my project, and that's how it started, this relationship with like the label. But like, I've definitely learned a lot from writing for other artists. I love that process. I thought that writing for myself was gonna be like, because when you write with other artists, it's like, I always say that we're like therapists. Like, you go in and you're trying to make the artist feel comfortable so they can like kind of open up, so you can like take that those feelings and trying to like create this song that is honest to them, you know, and they can relate, and they can, you know, be like, yeah, this is mine, you know. um but I thought that me as an artist, since I'm also a writer, not that these other artists weren't writers, some of them were, but like I thought as an artist, was like, oh, I mean, I write myself, like I write on my own, like it's fine. But then I found that I had this connection, and I'm so blessed to have like my friend Dani Brau, that she's a songwriter. I love having her in the room. And then what I have with her is like what I think these other artists feel when I'm with them in the room. So I think it's a blessing to have that person that you're like just comfortable opening up with and expressing your feelings, and try to create the most honest song that you can create, even if it's a party song. That's fine. It happened to me every time with Anita. Anita is like, listen, Gale, I want to write a song about this, and I want to party and whatever. And I'm like, perfect, you know. But that's input for the writer to create. So I think it's a special process both ways, and I definitely never take it for granted. And I've learned a lot when like in the room with other artists as well. It's very inspiring, I feel like.
I'm super excited that I got introduced to Gale. To close us off with this new single, what would you say was like one of your fondest moments during the production process, or even in the writing session, or the music video shoot?
I will tell you a fun fact. The day we
All right.
wrote D-Pick, we also wrote the upcoming song, like the song that comes after D-Pick. So it was it was a very creative day for everyone. So I think that's a really cool thing that happened that day. D-Pick was like, boom, it was born, and that was it. And I was like, this song is special. Let's work on the production. Let's do it. We did it. But then the other song, we'll have to do another interview for it. It's also like, it's crazy. And the fact that we did it the same day, it has like a very special place in my heart, both songs. But I feel like it's just been a special project. I'm enjoying every step of the way, every moment of it, even if it's like a little moment. Like going to Colombia, to Medellin to record the videos, being over there, being away from my family, like wanting to be with them, but like being away, like all these things. I'm like, okay, this is it. You're living it, so take it in. That's how I try to live my life.
Yeah, keep that mentality, and you know, you'll see the success just kind of start flowing at you. So thank you again
Thank
for taking the
you.
time to talk to me. Congratulations with the single. And yeah, we're reuniting sometime soon, and hopefully that one will be in person.
Please, let's do it again. And thank you, Rob. Thank you for
Uh,
having me. It's been such a pleasure. I had so much fun.